The Arts and Culture Commission made it clear that they wanted a production that families could come to, that children as well as adults could enjoy. We came up with Taming of the Shrew based on a few things. One, it was a comedy. Two, the characters in it were absolutely hilarious, and the characters really drew our attention when we began looking into other plays. And we really thought that it was a great opportunity to showcase local actors and show the community around here what they can take a character and do with it. And three, St. Louis Shakespeare wasn't doing it. And we've tried to base our decision around not trying to do the same thing that somebody else in the community is doing, because we want to give the public, no matter if they're over here in St. Charles County or they're over there in St. Louis County, if they're crossing back and forth or they're not at all, we want to give people as much choice about theater as possible. We want to make it as diverse as possible. And one thing that kept emerging as we were reading through the play was an emphasis on education. There are teachers in the play. There are students in the play. There is a lot of talk about learning and about growing up. And the more we read through it, the more we thought that this would play on a university campus. This is a school. This could be a school that these people are at. There's a lot of conflict in the play, and there's family conflict, there's romantic conflict. There's a few broad social conflicts. There's social commentary in Taming of the Shrew, a lot about the relationship between men and women. And a lot of people assume that the play is about women being subservient to men. We took it as saying the irony of men thinking that women are subservient to them. And it's shown in the play, because the male characters are really ironic. They put females down the entire time, but they themselves do some of the stupidest things you've ever seen a person do. So, and it's clear as day that Shakespeare's saying that. It's the action of the play, and the irony that comes out of it is hilarious. The play says a lot about what we should hope to be and who we are, and what we should look towards things to make better in our lives. And we settled on the 60s by approaching it from that angle. You saw these new ideas beginning to take shape. Civil rights movement is taking momentum. The women's liberation, the feminism movement, that's beginning to take momentum. The protest against the United States involvement in Vietnam, its roots are being planted during this time. And we looked at everything that was going on in the mid-60s and the idealistic quality of it, how people were dreaming big and were giving it their best to make a new life and make a better life. And when that happens, you have people who want to make a better life, you have people who don't necessarily or disagree, and all this conflict arises. And everybody's trying to pretty much work for a good thing, but their interests are just colliding. And that's what's happening in this play, and what ensues is hilarity. Out of that conflict, the characters discover things about each other and about themselves that they didn't know, and they don't necessarily want to accept, but in the end they do. And we felt that the 60s was a perfect environment for that type of action to play itself out in a story.
Prithee, Kate, content thee, be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do? Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool if she had not the spirit to resist.
Oh, they will go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride. You that attend on her, go to the feast. Revel and domineer, carouse full measure to a maiden hen. But for my bonny Kate, she must with me. Nay, look not big, nor stomp, nor stamp, nor stare. I will be master of what is mine own. She is my goods, my chattels, my house, my household stuff, my anything.
Going into the audition process as the director, the director is supposed to have already looked at the script, decided specifically what their vision for what they want the show to look like, how they want it portrayed. And in specific, they start looking for the qualities that they want in a character. So you go into an audition as a director, and you want to find this, 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 and this. And you say, I'm going to look for this in the people that come in. That has a tendency to change throughout the audition process. You go in as the director with a certain idea. You see somebody audition for them, and their audition can maybe change what you're looking for, or they may just exude qualities that make you think something that you've never thought about a character before. And you'll see that, and you'll say, well, you know, this person isn't 6'2" and blonde hair like I wanted the character to be, but they're showing some sort of quality that makes me think that it could work. We can make it fit into this concept, and they'll bring a whole new dynamic to it too, because they made me think something that I never thought before. A lot of the people who walked into our audition this time around, and last time around, did that. We've been very fortunate as a new theater company over the past 2 seasons to get casts that are just loaded with talent.
Lucentio slipped me as his greyhound that runs for himself and catches for his master.
A good swift simile, but something currish.
'Tis well that you hunted for yourself, sir. 'Tis thought your deer does hold you at a bay.
Oh, Petruchio Tranio hits you now.
Thank thee for that good training. Confess, hath he not hit you here?
He had galled me a little, I confess, but 10 to 1 it bounced off me and made you two outliers.